let's have a quick look at some Spanish football because there were a little bit happening last night and the night before as well. To talk about that, our LaLiga experts, Carlo Valladares, is on the show right now. Carlo, how are you? You okay?
Yeah, I'm good. Eager to talk about the biggest story in Spain at the moment.
Which is?
That Real Madrid lost 1-0 to Real Betis in stoppage time by a goal from Antonio Sanabria, and he is a former La Masia graduate, so this makes the drama that much bigger.
I like it. We love a little bit of drama, and we love it when maybe the big teams, especially in La Liga, end up with a little bit of egg on the face. Because it very rarely happens. If we're honest, it very rarely happens because, with all due respect to La Liga, it's not as competitive as the Premier League. The Premier League, the bottom, quite often beats the top boys, but it very rarely happens, doesn't it, over in Spain?
Yeah, definitely. Real Madrid and Barcelona obviously have dominated La Liga in terms of titles for the past, I would say, about 15 years. There has been, in that time span, about only three other winners. So I would definitely agree with your statement there.
It's a little bit alarming, actually, for Real Madrid, because I'm just looking down the stats of this season alone, and this is according to this, I mean, I don't know how true this is, in all competitions, Zidane is yet to win at home this season.
Yes, they have not won at home. They've drawn twice, and of course, they lost tonight. Obviously, one of the biggest reasons for that is because Ronaldo, during the first leg of the Spanish Super Cup, although he scored the game-winning goal, he also pushed the referee and got a 5-game ban. So during those two draws, just prior to their win this past weekend against Real Sociedad, those are goals. I mean, those are games that they could have used Ronaldo's goal-scoring prowess, and he wasn't there, so he has hurt his side.
They're going to recoup points on the majority of teams above them, but they're already 7 behind Barcelona. Barcelona don't slip up that often.
No, yeah, Barcelona, they're on good form. Obviously, we have to mention that they lost 5-1 on aggregate to Real Madrid in the Spanish Super Cup, but since then, it has been nothing but smooth sailing for Ernesto Valverde's side. He replaced Luis Enrique this past summer, and yeah, his side, as of right now, the past 2 games, they haven't played the best football, but they've got the 3 points these past 2 games, and Real Madrid are in trouble. I still see them finishing top 3. Real Madrid just have too many good players to keep on dropping points like this, but I don't see them finishing first at the moment, not at all.
Lionel Messi, by the way, the other night was absolutely outrageous. He really seems to obviously be missing his mate Neymar.
Yeah, I mean, everybody in Catalonia, every Barcelona fan has pretty much forgotten about Neymar, given the fact that Messi is playing some football from out of this world, and obviously, Ousmane Dembele is 4 months on the sidelines, which was confirmed yesterday.
Yeah.
That hurts the team, but with Messi playing like this, I don't think anyone's complaining.
Regarding the other teams that are in Spain, obviously we're seeing quite a bit of Sevilla because of their connections to Liverpool in the Champions League. And they've started the season extremely well in La Liga. They're obviously second. I know that Real Madrid have fallen away and therefore aren't in that normal position, but I would have anticipated that second position would have been taken up by Atletico. I know that they're thereabouts, Atletico, they're in third, but Sevilla have started really, really well.
Yes, Sevilla, they got a new coach this season. Jorge Sampaoli left to go on international duty with the Argentine national team, and he was replaced by Eduardo Berizzo, who was last season he was coaching Celta Vigo, and they have a good coach. They kept the majority of the same players that went to the quarterfinals against Leicester City in the Champions League last year. So they've retained a good squad. They're playing some good football, and I honestly see them finishing second place. Atletico Madrid, between the two, is more the surprise. Like you said, many people would also expect them to finish second, but they're a bit inconsistent right now.
Is that because of the transfer ban? They haven't been able to bring some new boys in?
Yeah, definitely. Simeone's looking for a good partner for Antoine Griezmann. Griezmann has started the season kind of slow, although he scored this past weekend. He's getting his footing back on, goal-scoring boots back on. But Yeah, the transfer ban has hurt them, and now they went from a team that is playing more defensive, now they're playing more offensive, and they're struggling to break down opposition, which is something they're not used to. So they're struggling tactically in that regard too.
Mm-mm. I think we know who that striker is, my friend. He's AWOL at the moment. He normally plays up front at Stamford Bridge, but I'm guessing that when that transfer ban's lifted, Mr. Costa might be making his way back to Atleti.
Yeah, all the reports. I mean, Diego Costa has publicly said that he wants to go back to Atletico Madrid. Atletico, they did not agree with the fee that Chelsea set, and we shall see what happens. I would put my money on Diego Costa being back in a red and white kit by January.
Interesting news coming out of Spain today that their home ground will be hosting one of the European finals. Was it 2019 or 2018 that it was announced a little earlier on?
2019 for the UEFA Champions League final. 2019.
Sensational. It's a good, listen, I've never been to Atletico Madrid's home ground, but what I see on television, the atmosphere within it is absolute. It's like a cauldron. It's absolutely bubbling in there.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous stadium. It holds about 68,000 people. It is definitely more comfortable than the former stadium, the Vicente Calderon. In terms of atmosphere, it was rocking this past weekend, and a lot of Atletico Madrid fans were kind of nervous, hesitant to change homes, given the fact that they have such an emotional connection to their former stadium. But it looks like they're getting used to it, and as we said before, it is a gorgeous stadium.
I just hope that the powers that be that run that competition allow a decent ticket allocation to each set of rival fans, rather than giving it all to corporate and you get 5,000 of home, 5,000 of away, which is kind of defeats the object for a major final like that.
Yeah, definitely, I agree.
There's a couple of games coming up tonight. Villarreal are going to be in action. Celta Vigo are hosting Getafe as well. Levante, Real Sociedad. Real Sociedad have actually started the season quite well. They're just outside the top four of the Champions League spots. Do they have much of a chance this season of maybe getting in there?
Yeah, you said yourself, Eastbound's men, they're playing well. They play some exciting football, some great possession football, a good high-pressing team. Unfortunately, they lost against Real Madrid at the weekend at home, which is quite rare. They usually play quite well. But yes, I see them definitely finishing in the top six, and I wouldn't be surprised if they actually maybe even sneak into that fourth spot there.
So stuff. We'll keep our eyes out on that. Carlo, I've no doubt we'll be speaking again